Assalamu alaikum and Shubhecha for other communities. Dear learners, I am Mohammad Abdul Hamid, Assistant Teacher, Siddhishi High School, Pulwari, Dinaspur. Dear learners, how are you today? I hope you all are well by the grace of Allah. I am fine too. Dear learners, I am here today to discuss from English grammar. I will discuss today one grammatical point which is very important for making and analyzing simple, complex and compound sentence. Dear learners, I discussed on clause. In my previous class, you got a little idea from the discussion. Today, I would like to give you a little idea today as revision on clause, on definition of clause. Dear learners, today I will discuss on clause and its classification. Look at the blackboard. In my previous class, I gave a definition of clause. I am giving the definition again today. A clause is a group of words having a subject and a predicate. A clause is a group of words having a subject and a predicate. That means a subject and a finite verb can take part in a larger sentence. Dear learners, I think you have got the definition of clause. Now, I would like to discuss on the classification of clauses. Dear learners, we can classify the clauses into three. That means there are three kinds of clauses in English sentences. Dear learners, look at the blackboard. We can classify the clauses into three. One is main clause or principal clause, or its another name is independent clause. Main clause, principal clause or independent clause. And the second one, subordinate clause or dependent clause. Subordinate clause or dependent clause. The last one, that is clause number 3, is coordinate clause. Coordinate clause. This clause has only one name. Dear learners, you have got, there are 3 kinds of clauses. One is main clause, principal clause or independent clause. Another is subordinate clause or dependent clause. The third one is coordinate clause. Dear learners, do you have your exercise book and pen with you? Of course, it should be taken with you while taking part in the class. Dear learners, you have got 3 kinds of clauses. Now I am going to discuss about these 3 clauses. Dear learners, I think you have noted down these things in your exercise book. Now main clause, I am going to discuss on main clause or principal clause. Dear learners, listen to me very carefully and try to remember, try to memorize. At first, I would like to give the definition of main clause. Main clause or principal clause or independent clause is a clause which can give us complete idea or complete sense. A main clause or principal clause is a clause which can give us the complete meaning of the sentence. And main clause is not dependent, or main clause doesn't depend on other clauses. That's why its name is independent clause. That means স্বাধীন or প্রধান বাক্যাংশ in Bangla. So it will be clear to you if I give an example. Dear learners, the man is honest. The man is honest. Sorry. He is honest. He is honest. Actually, this is not a clause. It is a simple sentence. If I write by this way, though the man is poor, he is honest. If I say he is honest, is the meaning clear to you? He is honest. That means she সৎ in Bangla. Have you understood the meaning or full meaning or complete meaning of this part of the sentence? Of course, the answer will be yes. There are two parts of this sentence. If I say, though the man is poor, in Bangla, যদিও লোকটি গরিব. If I say this, is the meaning of this part of the sentence clear to you? Of course, no. That means this part of the sentence depends on other part of the sentence. If I say he is honest, in Bangla say সৎ. Do you think that this part depends on other part of the sentence? The answer will be no, I think. This part is independent part. It doesn't depend on other part. That is why this is principal clause. Principal or main clause. And at the same time, I am giving you the idea of subordinate clause. This clause or this part of the sentence is fully depend on the other part of the sentence to make its meaning clear to the listener or to us. It cannot express the complete meaning itself without the dependence on others. That is why this is called subordinate clause. Subordinate clause. Dear learners, I am giving you another example. If you read or study well, you will bring Dear learners, in this sentence there are two parts also. One is if you study well, another is you will bring a good result. Dear learners, can you say which one is dependent on other parts of the sentence? Of course, you will say this part is not dependent or does not depend on others, and that is why this is principal clause. In shortcut, and this part, if you study well in Bangla, যদি তোমরা ভালোভাবে পড়াশোনা করো, what will happen if we study well? The result is unknown here. There is a question in our minds that is why these parts of the sentence is not independent. This is dependent on other part of the sentence. That means on principal clause. That's why this part is called subordinate clause. Its another name is dependent clause. Dear learners, I think you have got clear idea about principal clause, at the same time subordinate clause. Dear learners, within very short time it is very impossible to discuss elaborately about the clauses, the classification of clauses. Now only you have got subordinate and principal clause at the same time. Now I am going to discuss on coordinate clause very shortly. Dear learners, bear in mind that subordinate clause is always started with, or subordinate clause always starts with subordinating conjunctions such as unless, if, though, although, etc. Now coordinate clause, very shortly I will try to make it clear. Okay, I am giving you the definition of subordinate clause. Subordinate clause is a clause which cannot give us or express the complete meaning of the sentence. Okay, dear learners, now coordinate clause. I am giving the definition of this type of clause. Coordinate clause is a group of words which, or coordinate clause is a clause which makes compound sentence joining by coordinating conjunction. The coordinate clause is a clause which make compound sentence joining by coordinating conjunctions. Okay, it will be clear if you get an example. My brother has bought a shirt. And I have Dear learners, there are two parts in this sentence also. Both parts are independent. My brother has bought a shirt. This part is able to express the full meaning or complete meaning. And on the other hand, I have bought an umbrella. আমি একটি ছাতা কিনেছি. This part is also able to express the complete meaning. And these two parts of the sentences has been joined or connected by this conjunction, and the name of this conjunction is coordinating conjunction. Okay, I will finish our class giving another example. The boy is thin, but he can lift heavy load. Dear learners, there are two parts in this sentence also. The boy is thin, and another part is he can lift a heavy load. And there is a conjunction which help to join the two parts of the sentences. The boy is thin, ছেলেটি thin or slim, ছেলেটি পাতলা, and he can lift heavy load. In Bangla সে পারে ভারী বোঝা উঠাতে. Actually, both parts of the sentence are dependent. None of them depends on each other or on another parts. That's why these and these parts has been connected or have been connected by the conjunction but, and it is the coordinating conjunction. And already we have made two compound sentences. Okay, dear learners, then these parts are coordinate clause. Another one, of course, coordinate clause. Here, coordinate clause. This also coordinate clause. Okay, dear learners, I think you have got much idea about the classification of clauses, and there is another clause. Oh, sorry. I think you have got much idea about the classification of clauses, and if Allah bless us, I will discuss on simple, complex and compound sentence in my next class. I request you to stay at home with your books, and if there is any mistake in my writings and speaking, please pardon me and please give me comments. I will try to rectify these mistakes in the next class. Okay, till then, Allah Hafiz.